In Crimea, a series of sustained strikes has set major fuel depots and critical power infrastructure ablaze, plunging the peninsula into severe fuel and electricity shortages. As the crisis deepens and Moscow fails to provide solutions, growing numbers of residents are reportedly questioning whether they want to remain part of Russia or call for another referendum, according to Euromaidan Press. The campaign began when Ukraine launched a precision drone strike on one of Crimea's largest and most vital oil terminals in Feodosia, igniting several tanks and triggering a massive, long-lasting blaze. When the fire partially subsided, follow-up strikes reignited the flames, spreading destruction to nearby storage tanks and portside equipment. Satellite and thermal imagery from open sources now show extensive losses, with at least 11 tanks destroyed and several others damaged or in urgent need of repair. The combination of the initial strike, reignition, and repeated attacks turned what began as a single incident into a week-long inferno that devastated Feodosia's fuel storage capacity. As the depot burned for days, visible flames and thick smoke prompted panic across southern Crimea, where fuel prices surged and long queues formed at gas stations. Fuel terminals are generally built to withstand catastrophic damage. Tanks are spaced apart, equipped with firewalls, foam suppression systems, and isolation valves to prevent chain reactions. In addition, Russian forces have recently reinforced facilities with berms, metal cages, and other protective structures to make them harder to destroy. Rapid response firefighting and cooling efforts can delay explosions and reduce overall destruction. Because of these safeguards, single strikes rarely annihilate entire complexes. It often takes multiple precision hits or prolonged heat exposure to render a facility inoperable. That is why Ukraine's week-long campaign proved both necessary and highly effective, destroying or disabling roughly 24 fuel tanks in a region already under stress. Feodosia was not the only site targeted. In recent nights, Ukrainian strikes have ignited fires at depots in Gardskov and Karyern, hit rail-linked storage clusters, and damaged key power substations, including the Kafa 220 kV substation near Feodosia and the 330 kV Simferopol distribution hub. These attacks caused widespread blackouts and heat signatures visible in NASA's firm satellite imagery. Russian-installed authorities confirmed power outages across Simferopol, Feodosia, and nearby districts as emergency crews worked to contain multiple fires. The civilian impact has been especially severe. Local monitors and activist channels report diesel and gasoline shortages in Zuya, Alushta, Paravaln, and parts of Simferopol. Occupation authorities have imposed fuel rationing and temporary price controls to curb panic buying, Euromaidan Press reports. 2 weeks ago, Kremlin-appointed Crimea head Sergei Aksionov promised rapid recovery, claiming 95% of fuel stocks would be replenished within days and 92% within 2 weeks. However, those deadlines have long passed as fires continued to burn and specialized repair crews proved difficult to mobilize.